here we are again. So nice to see you on this very miserable day that I'm recording this video on. Today, we are going to combine a chord we already know with a new chord. Right, don't worry. This is going to be simple. There's only going to be 2 chords today. 2 chords to worry about, that's all. Okay, so let's get started. The first chord you already know, and it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's the first chord we did. Do you remember our C chord? So the first, second, third fret along, and we're going to put our third finger, finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, onto that bottom string there. Can you see? And we're just going to strum our C chord. Can you join in with me? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. C major chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. C major chord. Easy peasy. You've got that down, haven't you? Now, I just want to make sure that everybody's aware that if you look at the back, I've got my thumb in the middle of the neck there. Can you see that? I'm not trying to bring my thumb over the top. Look what happens to my hand. If I move my thumb over the top like this, can you see how my hand here all sort of tenses up and goes sideways? Can you see that? There it is in the middle. If I put it over the top, oh, my little finger all clenches in here, and these fingers get all clenched, and it feels like a lot of work. So don't be having that thumb over the string. And also, it means that you're using that to touch this string. Now, there are some people that play like that. Jimi Hendrix used to play like that, but we're just going to keep our thumb in the middle of the neck because it helps us have a nice loose hand. And remember, we don't need to press too hard. So, thumb in the middle of the neck, finger 3 on fret 3 and the bottom string. Some of you might be thinking, how come there's some little marks here on your ukulele? That's where I've rubbed away the paint, whereas I've played so often. If your ukulele's got marks where you've rubbed away paint, it means it's loved because you're playing it a lot. So don't worry about that happening, okay? Anyway, we've got our C chord here. Now, our next chord is going to be a chord of G. We're not just going to play the G chord, we're going to play what's called G7, all right? All that means is that the 7th note is also included in the chord, all right? So it's not just our normal G chord with G, B and D. It's also got the 7th note as well in it, okay? So it's got a lovely sound. Now, all you have to do to play the G7 chord is slide this finger across one like that. Did you see what I did? Can you do that? Put it back on the C chord on fret 3 and slide it across to fret 2, like so. Right, put it back to C, slide it across. Put it back to C, slide it across. Very good. Okay, now we're going to add in some other fingers. So we're going to put finger 1 on the 1st fret on the string above, and then we're going to put finger 2 on the string above that, also on the 2nd fret. Can you see that? So finger 2 is above finger 3 here, and then in between we've got finger 2 on this 1st fret. Can you see what I've done there? It's almost like a triangle shape. So I've got a triangle between my fingers here. Can you see that? All right, now get your hand into that position for me and have a go. If you can hear that the strings aren't ringing like mine are, if you're maybe getting something like this, or then you just need to adjust your fingers a little bit and just loosen up. Give your hand a little wiggle like this, and then try again. Lovely. I'm going to put the chord symbol up on the screen so that you can have a look at it, get your fingers in the right place, have a go at playing that G7 chord, and then come back to me. All right? So I'll see you in a minute. How's it going? How did that practice go? Was it tricky? Yeah, I know these things are tricky when you first do them. Don't worry about that. It's not easy at first, but that's why we practice. And the more we practice, the easier it gets. And before you know it, you won't even be thinking about it. You'll just be doing it. So keep the faith. Let's keep going. Let's get our fingers on that G chord again. So finger 3 goes on the 2nd fret on the bottom string. Finger 1 goes on the 1st fret on the string above that. And finger 2 goes on the 2nd fret on the string above that. There we go. Are you ready? I'll count to 4. Let's play. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stop. Very good. Right, we're going to try to play 4 of those chords and then slide out to our C chord. So let's get our chord again. Get your G7 chord, and without strumming, let's just slide out to the C chord. Slide out. That's it. Very good. Try it again. So these fingers, this one and this one, come off, and this one slides across. Ready? Get your chord ready and slide out. Very good. So we're going to do G7, 1, 2, 3, slide out. Got it? Let's try it all together. So get your G7 chord. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, slide out. 2, 3, 4. Very good. Get that G7 chord again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, slide out. 2, 3, 4. Very good. You can keep practicing that if you want to. Pause the video and just keep doing that over and over until you feel comfortable. Then we're going to try it the other way. Okay, so if you want to pause here, go for it. Otherwise, for those of you that think you've got it, let's carry on for now. So this time we're sliding over like this and putting the other 2 fingers down. So this one's a bit trickier. Okay, we're sliding across and putting the other 2 fingers down. Yep. Shall we try? Let's be brave. So we're going to start with the C this time, and we're going to do 4 chords, and then we're going to slide across, put the other 2 fingers down, and do 4 G7 chords. Here we go. So get your C ready for me, like so. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, slide across. Good. Let's try it again. Ready? Go back to the C for me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, slide across. 2, 3, 4. Very good. One more time. Go back to C for me. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, slide across. 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. Now again, if that needs a little bit more practice, which it probably does, don't worry about that. Just stop the video and you can practice going from your C chord to your G7 chord, and practice going from your G7 chord to your C chord. And then when you feel comfortable doing that, the next step is to keep doing it continuously. So if you feel like you're ready to do that, let's start with our C. If you don't, pause the video, have a little practice. But this is what I want you to do next. So here we go. We're going to do C to G7, and then we're going to do C, and G7 and C and G7 and C. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. G7, 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 2, 3, 4. Good. Right. Go practice that, and in a minute when you've done that, press play again, and we are going to play our piece for today, which is Yellow Submarine by the Beatles. Welcome back, gang. Oh, it's so wet out there, can you see? I think this is an appropriate song for today. So, Yellow Submarine by the Beatles. Now, it does have more than 2 chords, but we're going to do a nice simple version with just those 2 chords, our C chord and our G7 chord. Okay, so this is the pattern you need to know for the verses. We're going to start with G7, so it means you can get those fingers on before we even begin. All right. Then we're going to play 3 strums downwards. 1, 2, 3. Can you do that? Here we go. Ready with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Slide across, and we're going to do 3 strums on C. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do another 3 on C. 1, 2, 3, and slide back across. 2, 3. Got it? So it's 3 on G, then 3 on C, another 3 on C, and then another on G. And we repeat that. Okay? That's our verse 1. When it comes to the chorus, which is the "We all live in a yellow submarine," we're going to do double time strumming. So we're going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Notice we're not going down, up, down, up, down, up. We're going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. Now, if that's too tricky, just keep doing the down. But instead of doing 3, 1, 2, 3, we're going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now let's try and add in an up in between those. So instead of just going 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right. Now if it's too tricky, like I say, just do the downward strums. So in the verses we do 3 downward strums. In the chorus we do 4. But if you can do the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, do it with me. Okay. So we're starting off with a verse. Are you ready? So we're going to start with our G7 chord. Are you ready? Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go G7, 2, 3, then C, 2, 3, then C, 2, 3, then G7, 2, 3, G7 again. 1, 2, 3. Slide to C, 2, 3. Stay on C, 2, 3. Slide to G7, 2, 3. Here we go. We're going to go C, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, and back to C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, back to C, 2, 3, 4, then G7, 2, 3, C, and so on. That's the pattern. If you want to pause right now, have a little practice, that's fine. For those of you that think, no, I'm good, I've done enough practice, let's get this show on the road. Let's do it. Put your fingers on the G7 chord and let's do Yellow Submarine. Here we go. A1, A2, Oh, 1, 2, 3. In the town where I was born lived a man who sailed the seas, and he told me of his life in the land of submarines. So we sailed up to the sun till we found the sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves in a yellow submarine. Here we go with the chorus. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. And our friends are all aboard. Many more of them live next door, and the band begins to play. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. And we live a life of ease. Every one of us has all we need. Sky of blue and sea of green in a yellow submarine. Are you ready? We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. Again, we all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. Well done! Good job! Excellent! Next time, I'll be showing you how you can add one more chord to those two and play something from Frozen. I'll see you next time. Keep banging out that Beatles classic, and I'll see you soon. Bye everybody, well done. Good job.